Hello everyone, my name is RichardBoy03, and this is the second part of my review of LEGO Ninjago set number 70751, Temple of Airjitzu, with 2,028 pieces. And without further ado, I'll just jump right in by showing you the building on the right side, the Smuggler's Market. So this is what the Smuggler's Market looks like from the front. You can see that there is a bit of water in front with a few plants growing in there. Turning the building around to this side, you can see that there are a few chickens there, as well as another plant. On the other side here, you can see some fishing poles, one of which has caught a crab. And then turning the set around to the back, you can kind of see some of the interior. Inside of here, it's kind of difficult to see a little bit because the roof is not removable, but in the building here, you have this little bag that features 2 Ninjago playing cards, one of them being of Sensei Wu. And the other of what would seem to be Classic Cole. The other bag in here features 2 cookies, and this box features 3 loaves of bread. On the other side, you have 2 fish, this little nice water fountain, which is built with a few cool pieces, including a miner's hat, as well as a box of apples. And in the middle here, you kind of have a hook that you could use to pick up one of the bags and carry it around. And then the big feature with the Smuggler's Market, besides, of course, being able to connect to the rest of the build, is that you can actually lift up the roof on each side to reveal a hidden chest, which is why it's the Smuggler's Market. Chests full of weapons. In this chest on the right, you can find a cutlass, as well as 2 golden knives. And on the left side here, you have 2 golden shurikens, throwing stars. So that is pretty much the Smuggler's Market. And now I will move on to the blacksmith's shop, which is the blue building on the left side of the temple. So this is the blacksmith's shop, the building on the left side of the temple. And you can see that it does have a very nice look to it. I definitely do like the light blue color combined with the brown wooden design. It definitely does look very cool. You can see that just like the Smuggler's Market, there's a little bit of water out front with a few plants, as I just knock one of them over. This is what the building looks like from the one side, and as you can see, there is a tree there. On this side, you have a few more trees, as well as some leaves on the roof here. Nice thatched roof design up here, as well as a chimney. And then turning the model around to the back, I'll just take the roof off so you guys can get a bit of a better look in there. So inside of here, you have a nice lamp, you have a table with a cup on it, you have a chest featuring a shovel, you have a bucket on the ground, you have an anvil, you have this little fireplace. As you can see, the roof here is empty, excluding this little nice, as if I can not break it. You have this nice classic ninja glider from the original line of ninja sets back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and this is, I believe, the exact same build from one of those poly bags, Maybe not the exact same build, but pretty similar, at least. As you can see, you do have some nice bat wings on the back, as well as a few spears. And honestly, this could almost pass as a raft if you remove the stuff on the bottom. So anyway, that is the blacksmith shop, and now we'll move on to the temple itself. So here you have the Temple of Airjitzu here, in all of its glory. Out in the front, you can see the Sensei Yang statue. And on each side, you can see pretty much the same detail, because on each side you have a flight of stairs going up, you have a plant, you have a flag, although on the other side there are two, and then on the first and second layers, you can see the exact same detail duplicated on both sides. And on the first layer, I do want to point out that those nice pillar builds, utilizing a red minifig head, as well as one of the One Rings from Lord of the Rings, as well as those smaller bits of detail that include a fez piece. So that's a bit interesting. And moving on to the other side, you can see, again, basically the same thing, just with two flags instead of one. Moving up, you can see some nice detail on the third floor, and then moving all the way up, you can see the nice spire, which is topped by a silver Technic ball piece. So then, moving along to the back, I will just turn the model around. Here you can see that on the back of the bottom layer here, you have this little piece that can push in, as well as a crank. And what that is used for is that on this section here, you have this little panel, and this is probably the coolest feature in the entire set, and honestly probably one of the coolest play features in any set in 2015. It involves a light brick, and basically you just push on that piece and turn this, and boom, you now have a shadow theater. It's pretty simple with just a few flame pieces, a few micro figures, and nano figures actually, and a snake. If I can just keep it on, but it does still give off a very nice effect and look very nice. Moving up a little bit, you can see the first floor, which is basically just an entryway. In here you have a little table build, which is easily removable, featuring a teapot as well as a bowl of, I guess that would be salad. And in here you do have a nice build for a tile floor, and I'll just take my camera off the tripod for the rest of this. Here you have the second floor, which has this nice wood tile design. Here you have two swords, if I can just get it to stop moving. You have a training dummy, and here you have a bow and arrow. This is probably the coolest floor, and you know what, I'll just put the camera back on, just give me a sec. So I guess that here you can get a bit of a better view of the entire second floor, and then moving up here you have the third floor, which features this little stool. You have a nice sticker for some carpeted detail up here, if I can just get it to focus. There you go, you can kind of see that. You have a little painting over there with a little cup, which in that cup you can find a nice, if I can just get it in here, you have a nice paintbrush piece. As well as a little paint palette featuring 4 colors. Also in here, you can see a bookcase featuring 3 books. The first 2 of which are brown books. And interestingly, the second of those brown books has a printed microchip piece inside, as that falls down. Again, I'm very good at this. Of that nice microchip piece. And then the third book here is a golden book, which is a very nice piece to get. And that golden book houses just this nice letter piece. And then moving all the way up to the top here, we have a little box of stuff, which is labeled cold stuff, keep out. I mean, not keep out. Cold stuff, hands off, if I can read. And inside that box, you get a hairbrush, as well as a you also have a camera. And that is really everything in the temple, and also everything in the set. So now I will just get everything back together, and I will give you the final verdict. So now I will give my final verdict on this set. For younger kids, I would rate this set a 6. And that is only because this set does have some complicated building and a lot of pieces, and that is the only reason that this set would not be that good for a younger person. However, for both young adults, teens, well, for teens, young adults, and adults, I would rate this set 10 out of 10 because it looks amazing. It is a very collectible piece based off of the show, and will remain that way as currently the only, and probably will be the only, Ultimate Collector's Series set based off of Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. So thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.